Hey YouTube, it is Puju, aka Darkness, and I know I have been gone for quite some time. Uh, Life things happened. Work started ramping up, which required my attention a lot more than I thought it would. And now with work calming down, luckily it's because it's the beginning of the year. It's after a few weeks, so basically a month, work has finally calmed down. I'm able to make videos more and focus on this. I love doing this, and this is my first year making YouTube videos. And to be honest, I love doing it. It's it's actually a guilty pleasure now I think about it. But yeah, from now on, you're gonna be getting videos either every day or every other day. I'm gonna start pre-recording a lot more now, just to avoid that situation I had to deal with at work. So, quickly, I want to go over everything I missed. So, we have the Glaceon release, which I'm pretty sure I did go over, maybe, possibly. I know I talked about it. But Buzzwole release, which I've gone over the stats to go over. Buzzwole was extremely strong. Buzzwole still is decently strong, but not as broken as you already know. Tyranitar. Me personally, Tyranitar is still a bit overtuned. That Pokemon can, in the right hands, can just take out teams and people by itself. However, it needs so much experience to get to that point. But once it gets there, it's a menace. There's a debate right now whether it's overpowered or just it's balanced because of the level difference. The Mew release, which Mew is actually pretty fun to play. Mew is the first Pokemon of its kind to where you can change moves on the fly, which tells me that was Rich probably wanted to cast, which tells me Ditto may make an appearance, which that would be pretty awesome. But we'll see. Dodrio, which was just released, I believe, just this week. Yeah, Dodrio was released this week. I saw gameplay. I have not bought Dodrio yet, mostly because it is only gyms, and I'm debating on if I want to just wait or if I want to buy it. I may buy it once they actually have better skins. Then would you like fries with that? So Dodrio has the Doduo 2 heads and a Dodrio 3 heads. It scores with each head. It is amazing to see it in play, and in practice, in practice mode, it's extremely fun to use. I just don't know if I want to blow money on that, just because of the next Pokemon that will be coming out soon, which is Scizor, which I'm so excited for Scizor. Scizor is going to be a blast to play when it comes out. I've seen the gameplay footage from Crashy, Spraggles, Chris Heroes, Teeds, all of those YouTubers and more. I've seen them play them in the PTR, and they are props to them for being able to go on the PTR. I believe at least one or two of them are actually in the area that's hosting the PTR. I am not, because I'm in the US. I do not feel like going on a VPN, nor do I feel like messing with the emulator to do it on the computer, just because I just don't like messing with it, and I just don't have time to fool with it. But Scizor is one Pokemon I'm definitely looking forward to. The new map brought some Pokemon up and put a few Pokemon down a peg. One of those Pokemon is Pikachu. And the reason why is because the simplest way to put it is Pikachu used to be able to get in quick. There wasn't much distance to cover. There's a lot more experience on the field now. So because of that by itself, the Pokemon that need experience are now being propped up, and the Pokemon who don't need experience, you have to play a lot more aggressive with those Pokemon if you want to stay dominant in that lane. Because once the other Pokemon, like, you can, if I don't recommend it, but you could play Cinderace in lane now. If you want, you could play Decidueye, which is what you're going to be seeing in lane. It would, but not in lane, hopefully. Jesus, please help me if I have to play that in lane. But you could play those in lane, and you can get experience before, almost said Dreadnought, the Reggies. For any of the Reggies pop up, I can have Decidueye before, or anybody can have Decidueye before any of the Reggies pop up. Which before, that was extremely hard to do if you played any of those Pokemon in lane. And you, especially if you get bullied, because it's hard when you're bullied in lane as any of those Pokemon, because they see you need experience, they make sure you don't have experience. At least I do, because I want to beat you.
Stupid, I'm not going to let you get the chance.
So in Rayquaza it is definitely the bonus you get after you defeat it is the shield, which is a step up from just instant scoring. Instant scoring felt like if you lost Zapdos, you lost the game. Some people would disagree. I was kind of back and forth, but after experience Rayquaza, I 100% prefer this over Zapdos. Rayquaza gives you a shield that lets you score faster, and you are uninterruptible from scoring until they break down that shield, which means there is counterplay to where if your team can sit, you can have people on the top lane and the bottom lane, and all you have to do is have some heavy hitters and just keep hitting them to break that shield, and bam. But that takes coordination, or it takes you just chasing them before they're going to score, because if you can break the shield before you get there, then they're not going to be able to score. So props to Timmy and Pokemon in general for doing that, because that relieves a lot of headache, even though there's still the instant almost said a word I shouldn't be saying, but it almost stops the, what's the word? Jesus, why am I forgetting the word? Forfeit. Let's just say that. It almost stops the forfeit. Instant forfeit from Rayquaza. If you're already down by a lot and you lose Rayquaza, then yes, I understand. But if you're only down by a little bit and you lose Rayquaza, you could still make a comeback by just wiping them out and then go and score, because their timers start being very long. But it's something, it's a change I love. But that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to cover over everything I missed, because I've been gone for quite some time. And let's get back to the video.